everyone, and welcome to the Armory Podcast. I'm your host, Starkbond. Let's get right to it. Joined with me today is Chenko and also Fancy Fauna, and we're here to talk about some awesome Destiny 2 news. That's the whole point. Destiny 2 has been revealed. It's coming. It's happening. You guys excited?
Only a lot of it.
A lot of it?
Yes.
Yes.
Destiny 1 was my home.
Destiny 1 still is our home.
This is true, but now it's like an abusive home, so I don't know how I feel. Okay. Yeah, actually, though.
Especially with trials.
Oh,
Getting slapped around day in and day out. Only on the weekends, though.
yes. The stickies, man.
Oh, those stickies. So, we all watched the D2 reveal. And I've been looking at YouTube videos from different content creators who actually got to go to the event, and there's a ton of new crap, and it looks super sexy. Let's start with we know the new look of the game, right? And here's something that I don't like is how a lot of people on the internet are claiming it looks too much like Destiny 1.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Do they understand the word sequel?
Apparently not.
I know. I mean, yes, I was expecting it to be a dating sim. I mean, what can I say?
I need to
Destiny
date a
2 is a
pigeon,
dating
darn it.
sim. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all this negativity on, oh, it looks too much like Destiny 1. It's I want it to be something completely different. I mean, look back at the jump we made from Halo 1 to Halo 2. Like,
Same gameplay.
Same look, essentially. The graphics were updated, obviously, because you go from... actually, no, they were both on the original Xbox.
Yep, that was still Xbox. But
Yeah.
it was still a jump. Like,
Yeah.
Halo 2 is compared to, like, Half-Life 2 at the time,
Yeah.
if I remember. And that was, like tip-top graphics of the time for Xbox.
Now, I know you were saying to me earlier that the biggest jump that you remember from Halo 1 to Halo 2 was dual wielding.
Yeah, I remember that being really popular. That and, like, what else did I say? The other one I always remember is the vehicles being destructible in Halo 2. Like, that's actually, like, not a very big thing.
I can blow stuff up.
But it was basically, they took the formula they had and then they improved on it.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I see here with Destiny 2. Like, the first mission, Homecoming, you're still in the tower. Zavala's there, Cade's there, Ikora's there. Everyone's there. Even Sweeperbot. Bless his soul.
Was he?
He was in there.
Didn't he get killed in the trailer?
I don't think so. They showed him in Homecoming in the reveal. They passed by Sweeperbot. The person who was even running the character, like, made a slow pan by Sleeperbot.
I see.
Now, it wasn't the Sleeperbot. It wasn't the Sleeperbot going towards the hangar. This was the one going towards the speaker.
Okay, so we have one.
Yes,
at least.
there's at least one Sweeperbot.
Need my witch broom sparrow, I guess.
I want that so.
I thought that was I thought it was a female robot, but maybe that was the one that lost its broom when it talked.
Oh.
It sounded like a female.
Oh, it did sound.
But maybe that was the other one.
Maybe.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. There are Sweeperbots.
You're blowing my mind because, like, I vaguely noticed, like, the inflections of voice and stuff like that. Like, wait, is that a female bot?
Yeah.
As you're watching the video, too, it will come to a point where they are playing through Homecoming. So you can check us there if you want. The Sweeperbot is there.
Female or male.
Okay, what else? As you're going through the Homecoming level, first thing you notice right away going through Homecoming is the weapons. The weapon slots are revamped.
So
I mean, it looks similar and it looks different, Brent, to where you have kinetic weapon, energy weapon, and then power weapon. At least that's what it is now. But there's no such thing as a special weapon anymore.
Yeah, it's like the first two weapons are primaries, essentially, right?
Yeah. Only one is without an energy burn, and one is with an energy burn. But they are both primary weapons. And then the power weapon At least from everything I saw, from everything I've been looking on the internet, it goes between grenade launcher, which is freaking sweet.
That looked like fun.
Rocket launcher, sniper rifle, and shotgun. I don't know if machine guns are back. I would assume they are. Heavy machine guns.
I think I saw a machine gun get used.
What? Well, was that a machine gun or was that the mini gun?
It was a mini gun.
Because that is a primary weapon.
Really?
Yes, that is a primary weapon.
Maybe it is. Maybe there isn't a heavy machine gun anymore.
At least not that we've seen yet.
Sad face.
I miss Thunderlord.
Which would you rather? Would you rather have it be primary, or I don't know?
Well, because this thing looks freaking sweet too. Like it's shoulder mounted, and you're holding it on like a bicycle, and all of a sudden you're like, like it's the best thing ever. I mean, I don't know. I was never a big auto rifle guy in Destiny 1, but if you give me a minigun, I'm gonna go ham.
That tickled you, huh?
That tickled me in ways that I enjoy being tickled.
Oh.
Are sidearms back?
They're primary weapons now,
Okay.
which I thought is kind of weird. But they kind of did that already. I
Yeah.
actually saw an interesting thing on Reddit where they actually basically said that sidearms are primaries already in Destiny 1.
I kind of see that.
They're the only ones that get their ammo refilled when you die.
That's
Like
true.
a primary weapon.
That's very true. So yeah, you get your wonderful sidearms back. In the vein of weapons, we finally saw the Dubious Volley exotic rocket launcher.
I actually didn't get a chance to see that, I think. It's a rocket launcher?
It's a rocket launcher, but it's like an energy rocket launcher. Like it didn't fire an actual rocket. It kind of reminded me of Lucio from Overwatch and how his weapon fires like the boom, 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 boom.
Oh, cool.
And so it kind of fired like that, but it exists. And it's finally coming to Destiny 2. After everyone was like, do we get the Dubious Volley in the Age of Triumph? Oh, maybe in the Rise of Iron. No, but we finally get the Dubious Volley. And there was, I heard there was a exotic SMG. There are SMGs now.
That's right.
Which is pretty sweet. And there's an exotic one that kind of played a little bit like Zalo Supercell in the terms that, and maybe this was something completely different or they had a different perk on or something. But it looked like when they were playing through the mission, I think this was through the strike, and someone was using that SMG, of which I don't know the name of. But it, if they were hit with arc damage, it refilled the clip. And it also looked like it could shock other enemies that were being shot close to it.
A little like arc damage across to other...
Yeah.
Chain lightning.
Yeah.
Is like what you call it.
Yeah, the chain lightning thing. But I think, you know, being refueled by a certain damage type is pretty sweet. Like that could make you fire forever.
Speaking of damage types, I heard that supers are hard to kill again.
Yes.
But they're affected by elemental weapons.
Yes. And
it's like what was the solar warlock called again?
The Dawnblade.
The Dawnblade. Like the Dawnblade I saw get taken down by like a fire hand cannon. Like,
so one thing you might be wondering is, does it have to be the same type of energy weapon? From one thing I heard, it does not matter. It does not matter the type of energy weapon you use, whether solar, arc, or void.
As long as it is an energy.
Yes.
Your second primary.
Your second primary.
I'm trying to call it your secondary, but it's not really secondary.
It's your second primary. So yeah, there's that. And then there was also a hand cannon. I think it was called the Sunshot or something. Energy hand cannon. Pretty much plays like Fatebringer, explosive rounds. It looked like it fired like Fatebringer. Actually, to me, it reminded me of a cross of Fatebringer and Icebreaker, because when you would kill someone with it, whether it was a headshot or body shot, they would explode. Which, that's awesome. I love things that explode.
Exploding guns, Fatebringer. They did a good thing bringing Fatebringer, I guess.
Yes.
It was very smart of them to mention it during their little speech at the beginning too.
Yeah. Well, and then there was another exotic weapon I saw, it looked like a grenade launcher.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's going to be in this video. I have pictures of all the exotic weapons that at least I've been able to find, but one of them was like, it looked like a grenade launcher, but not like the one that was used in the showcase. It looked like almost like a combination of a mortar or a mortar launcher, like a single tube, and then it kind of had a No Land Beyond look to it because it had the iron sight on it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but it looked pretty cool. I just hope exotic weapons feel exotic in this one.
Honestly, I'm still a little apprehensive about the new weapon setup to begin with.
How so?
Well, okay. They decided that the slot for shotgun, sniper, and Destiny 1 heavy weapons should be basically one slot. So, and they're going to make it so that power ammo spawns, like, it looked like it was roughly the same cadence as, like, green ammo spawns in Destiny.
They said it's going to spawn every minute.
So I'm thinking, why would I choose a shotgun over rockets, for example? Or
Right.
that kind of thing.
I guess it just depends on your playstyle.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
Are
if
they
you
gonna
really
maybe
like
get-
shotguns,
You'd have to really like shotguns a lot to, like, because rockets are, or maybe they're making shotguns more powerful again. I'm thinking, like, rockets are really powerful and shotguns comparatively aren't.
well, I guess from what I understand is that power weapons in the Crucible are supposed to just be like one shot, no matter what.
Oh, so then in that case, snipers might come back into play. Is it
sniper,
like one shot body shot or?
See, now there are conflicting things on that. I heard from some people who were playing that they got body shots with sniper rifles and they were one-hit kills, but then there was a couple other people who said it was not a one-hit kill when they shot someone.
Maybe it matters with. Is there armor and that recovery agility?
That's still a thing.
Okay, then maybe it has something. Maybe it's tied into that somehow.
Maybe, I don't know. So we'll find out the more Bungie wants to tell us. I mean, for now, it's just
give us the beta.
And in the vein of weapons, there is also another foundry being introduced.
When you say foundry, you're referring to like
Amlan, Suros, Hake, Tex Machina.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was like Vanguard and Future War Cold and Dead Orbit.
Oh no, not factions.
Factions.
Okay, so moving on from weapons, let's talk about the world now. 4 new locations, 4 big hub worlds, and apparently what they said was they have the largest world, or the largest like map in Destiny that they've ever made, 2 times larger than anything they've ever done. So let's see.
Best thing, not going to orbit.
Yes, that is huge. Being able to launch any activity anywhere you are. I like my spaceship, but I don't like seeing it that much. Now, in that same vein, apparently you will still be kicked out of your loading screen when you load in to a new area.
Well, I guess I'm not getting Destiny anymore.
Uninstall before installed.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's kind of a pain, but
well, I mean, there are little tidbits with every game that we don't all like, right? And one of them is being kicked out when you're being loaded into a new area.
If that's the worst thing that they have coming in, then oh no.
So 4 new worlds. Nessus, the Red Legion homeworld, Io, Titan, and then we're back to Earth again, only this time, instead of the Tower and Russia, we are in the European Dead Zone. We are in Europe. And we don't have the Tower because, obviously, Gary and his merry band of Cabal have kicked us out of there and trapped the Traveler because he's mad that he didn't get the light.
Yeah, what's Gary's actual name?
Gall. Dominus Gall.
Okay.
I'm still just going to call him Gary.
That's the only thing I remember now, which is it's probably
Gary.
Ah, damn it, Gary.
So yeah, there's those maps, and then on top of that, there's also, if apparently now to me when they said this, it kind of made it feel more like an adventure game. At that point, it kind of felt like something in the vein of Horizon Zero Dawn or like an open world game where you have a map and then a bunch of activities on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no longer just going to be patrol mission, look for these little beacons, and have a public event or two. There's going to be many more public events. There's going to be like side quests. There's going to be adventures, as they called them. So these huge maps to explore. So...
And they tell you where everything's going to be. Instead of trying to find, right, where a public event is, won't it show you?
Does that show you like on like the actual map of the area? Where's that?
I think... I don't know if it's public events, but it was like those adventure or side quest areas or these unknown areas. But the public events, I kind of hope they kind of integrate that too.
That's what I thought they meant by that, but I don't know.
Like, I mean, instead of having to use...
That'd be really cool.
Instead of having to use public event tracker, which, I mean, granted, you know, all of the out-of-game websites and tools for Destiny have been awesome. Like, they've been, you know, just side projects for people who have wanted to improve Destiny. You know, LFG, Public Events Tracker, Ghost Tracker, like, you know, all those, which have been fantastic, and in my opinion should have been integrated in the game to begin with.
Yeah, but kudos to Bungie for opening that interface up to begin with.
Yeah, opening their API.
The only other one that I feel like is like close to that in my head is
Eve,
yes.
the MMO that is an Excel spreadsheet.
But like that's the only other one that comes to mind where it's like super opened up for people to just like gather information and make their own interfaces to things.
Yeah,
like that.
I guess we can stop and take a moment and just say thank you, Bungie, for providing all these tools for your community to use. You know, I use Destiny Item Manager for all my stuff. Granted, you know, they have their own gear manager now, but I still like DIM. That's my favorite.
It's convenient.
Exactly. It has its own, you know, extension in my Chrome browser. It has an app on my phone. So there's DIM, there's Trials Report, there's
Guardian GG.
Guardian GG. All these things that have been popping up. So thank you, Bungie, for allowing this community to really go ham with the tools.
Yeah, please continue doing this going forward.
Yes. Who knows what else we can get out of it. So let's move on to, with these new worlds, we have our same Guardians, right? Supposedly our same Guardians from Destiny 1, but with new and improved subclasses. Well, I say there's a new subclass that we know of so far, and the improved subclasses. I'm going to start out with my personal favorite, the Titan.
Bah, humbug.
Screw you. Take your hunter and run. But the Titan Sentinel class just looks so fun. I get to be Captain America.
That looked so ridiculous.
Toss my shield everywhere. And that's literally like all we know about that subclass, but I don't care. I love my shield. Let's see. The Warlocks get the Dawnblade, which to me looks like a reimagining of the Sunbreaker, or the not Sunbreaker, Sunbearer. Is it? I forget the name of it. What? Sunsinger, yeah. I just call them Rezer.
I know, I'm used to
I'm used to my terms, not Bungie's term. But what the Dawnbreaker, which looks like a reimagining of the Sunsinger, where they have their freaking cool sword just like go ham.
That looks like a lot of fun too.
Well, and apparently there are two veins of that. Like there's an attune. They have they kind of switched it up now where they have attunements. It looks like, and the one that we saw was the attunement of light or attunement of flight or something, where it was all kind of based around the Angel of Light.
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's actually like the super appealing part to me. Like, you get that super, like that's what I'm used to doing as like a gunslinger. Or so I pop my super, and then I'm jumping up in the air and trying to shoot people.
Yes.
Dawnbreaker looks like the super upgrade of that for me.
And it's a warlock. It's
Yeah.
a warlock. It'll actually make me start playing as a warlock now. And then the hunters get the crazy staff wielding art caster.
Yes. I like to call them pole dancers.
Pole dancers. the blade dancer upgraded to a pole.
It looks really cool though. Like,
It does look cool, flipping around all over the place.
yeah, it makes me feel like an actual like ninja or something.
Yeah, what I think the hunters are kind of meant to be.
The agile,
Yeah,
quick. I don't know.
quick, yeah, quick, damaging, like, and that's another thing. That's what makes, to me, the new and improved subclasses kind of make Destiny 2 feel a little bit more like an RPG, in the fact that I feel like these classes now kind of cement their to what I think is traditionally like an MMORPG character. Like, now each class has a support ability on top of the melee and the grenade. So we saw the Dawnbreaker Warlock had an empowerment pool that could either heal or damage boost. The Titan, at least the Striker Titan, gets a wall, either a huge wall that absorbs damage, or a small wall that you can crouch behind and, vault over and shoot. And then the Hunter gets McCree's roll, or like Shade Step forever.
Yeah.
And to me, like the Titan, that's a very tank ability with the wall. With the Sunsinger, that's a very mage-like ability, or a healer or something. And with the Hunter, that's a very DPS ability. So to me, it's like now they've put them in their RPG classes even more.
Yeah, like I get the feeling like Destiny 1 didn't go exactly the way they were thinking in terms of like trying to fit the Titan, the Warlock, the Hunter in those kind of classes, because it looked like that originally.
Yes.
And then a lot of things started happening. Titans became the fastest thing in the world.
Yes.
Warlocks became tanks.
Yeah, Warlocks becoming tanks and having the longest reach out of anyone.
Like, I was cracking up.
I mean, honestly, that's how I made my first decision to be a Titan, was because I like, when I play RPGs, I like being the tank. I like being the tank class. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be the Titan. They're going to be the tank class. I'm super fast. I'm not supposed to go this fast. I can still do damage, but I can't turn.
Yeah. I can't turn. My arms feel small for some reason.
My T-Rex arms. I mean, I have my Ward of Dawn, and people can be shielded by it, but that's about it. Everything else, I'm Thor. I'm freaking Hulk. But with the supers, with the subclasses, now it looks like, from everything we've seen, all of the supers are roaming supers now.
Yeah, the Striker was the one that kind of caught my eye.
Striker caught my eye too. Like, apparently you activate it in the exact same way you activate the Fists of Havoc in the first one. You hit the L1 and R1, or however you have your button configuration, and you immediately do a slam. But now, after you slam, you can run around and slam some more. Or you can do like an upgraded shoulder charge, kind of like the Sunbreaker can do. But apparently what they said is that the radius of the Fist of Havoc is smaller. So you can do 3 now. Or I think it's 3 or capped at 3. I don't know. But you can do more than 1. So I think that's cool, just running around all embedded with lightning and just punching things. And
yeah, it's pretty funny, I think.
Yeah, I'm super enjoying it. And apparently there's an ability on the Striker Titan now where I think it was the longer you stay in the air when you go to do your fist, like the more damage it'll do.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Or like
Wonder what that means.
I'm curious. Like, okay, so if I jump off of the tallest building in this level, how much damage am I gonna do? I can see a lot of fun being had with this.
The gunslinger's kind of interesting now. Like they had a thing where it can become 6 shots, but
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw that put to use, and it's actually it feels like it's going to be pretty similar to the normal gunslinger.
Yeah,
but like they changed up a couple of the animations, so it looks kind of cooler in my eyes.
Yeah. Like I think I saw him holding the gun and kind of fanning the flame.
The last word style.
Yeah.
Of,
I guess we're just going to have to wait till the beta.
Yeah.
To find that out.
No. I mean, actually, though, oh no. How long is that?
Well, hopefully, and Fancy, you were saying this makes sense, Bungie Day.
That would be pretty slick.
7/7/17. And I believe that's a Friday as well. So that makes sense to me to launch a beta.
Yeah.
Depending on... How long do you think the beta is going to last?
Let's see. The alpha lasted a couple weeks. The beta, I think, lasted a month.
I would hope it lasts as long as it can until the final game comes out.
Yes, I want to be thoroughly bored of the beta first before jumping into the actual game.
Yes. Okay, so moving on from the characters, they have fully implemented clans into the game now. Now we are all part of the clan, the Way of the White Arrow, and I was watching gameplay just to make sure the White Arrow still is there. So we
still
can
relevant.
Our clan name is still relevant. Fancy is the leader of our clan, and what do you think about everything they've brought into it? Like, so now they've introduced the guided games, right, which integrates with the clan. And that's where, a clan can set themselves to Sherpa, pretty much. And then people can essentially LFG into our instance to raid, to Nightfall, to do whatever. Mm-hmm. And then if they want to join, they can. If not, we never see them again. How is that going to help you with LFG?
Yes, I'm so happy because, usually I struggle to find enough people for a raid, but, I'll get a group and then something happens and one person has to go, and then, I just seem to struggle. Not enough people online at the same time. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to guided games. That's the thing I'm the most excited about, because it's like, yes, I can find other people to join me, or I can join other people, and then possibly have the clan become bigger.
Yes. So, soon everyone will follow the Way of the White Arrow.
The cult.
The cult of the White Arrow. Now one thing I thought was really cool too is that they in the clan system they integrated clan leveling. Like and this is actually something I saw. I started playing Injustice 2 and I joined a random guild, right? And depending on what people do in that guild, like it levels up the guild. Like they go to different levels and you unlock loot boxes pretty much for just being in the guild. Do you think that's what we're going to see with Destiny 2? Like, because what they showed is that, you got your clan and then it showed a 1 and a 2. So you're going to be able to level up your clan. And you don't have to do it yourself. Like, anyone who's in the clan doing an activity does that. Mm-hmm. So, but what do you think? Are they going to introduce, like, maybe loot boxes? Or if it's like a bounty?
It could be a lot of things, huh? Like,
it could be.
I could see it being, like, clan-specific things. Like, maybe, like, you
banners.
Unlock more, banners.
Different banners, different colors, different banner symbols. Stuff like that. That could be pretty cool. Or maybe even just like a faction box. Maybe like a clan box that, just has generic Vanguard or Crucible weapons in it. But everyone in your clan gets those. And that, I think, is the coolest thing. Mm-hmm. Like that's super cool. Mm-hmm. But guided games is going to really help us out, help everyone out. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel bad for the solo players who, just have to LFG, and, that can be the hardest thing.
Yeah, LFGs, like, those sites are really useful, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it'd be fantastic to offload that work to a computer.
Yeah.
Like, how this is exactly going to be.
Yeah.
Or, I guess it's not exactly that way, right? Because the solo players are choosing who they're Sherpa'd by, right?
Well, the solo players are I guess they choose the clan they want to do, or not want to do, but want to go with, and the clans just set themselves to, want to Sherpa. So super cool. I think like it's not full matchmaking, but it's matchmaking in a way. Like, and this is Bungie's answer for raid matchmaking too. Like, for people who just want to LFG into a raid, and there you go. And there's always going to be people online who want to play, right?
Yeah.
At least that's the hope. Remember year one in Destiny trying to get a VOG raid going, and seeing will only accept people with Galahorn.
Ah, yes.
I mean, now granted, I want exotics to feel exotics, to feel like exotics, to feel overpowered and just ridiculous. But I think the guided games at the same time also eliminates the will only accept people with Galahorn.
I think that we'll have to wait and see on that, because if it's I guess it'll depend on what kind of control they let the clan have.
That's true.
But as it is right now, if Fancy's the clan leader and she says Galahorns only,
I wouldn't.
You say that now.
She says that every day. Don't.
Only G horns.
No.
G horns all day, every day. But if she has like full control of the party still, then she can just boot whoever she doesn't want to play with.
That's true, but you hope that people are just nice.
And want to get through the raid instead of waiting for that perfect person.
Yeah, it's like I was just always so mad when I saw people on LFG who were just like must have Galahorn. It's like I've done the raid so many times. Just because I don't have Galahorn doesn't mean I don't know how to kill Crota or wield the artifact on Atheon. Like I know what I'm doing. And even for those people who don't know what they're doing, like that's why the guided games will help with the Sherpa.
People will know that this person hasn't done it before, or instead of kind of the not knowing who you're getting in your group, you have a good idea with these guided games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean I shouldn't say like everyone in the Destiny community is like that. There's so many people who, Sherpa people through raids and help them no matter what. It's just my experience with LFG has just been like that. So, I mean, but granted, I've still managed to find so many people to run raids with, like, even outside of our Way of the White Arrow clan.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, let's kind of get into the techie stuff, the nitty-gritty. Crucible gameplay is changing up. 4v4 across all modes. Trials is coming back, but it might not be the Trials of Osiris. The word I was hearing thrown around is Trials of the Nine. I wonder if Zur,
I love Zur.
Tentacle Face, is going to have anything to do with that.
Oh, I wonder if they keep Zur, like that'll be how you get his rewards or something.
That'd be cool. Or if we finally learn more about the Nine.
Oh, the lore button. Did you see
the lore button? There's an in-game lore button.
Laura fist pumping silently.
Yes. Can finally learn about stuff. I mean, granted,
I'm too lazy to go online to look this stuff up.
I've been too lazy to look at the Grimoire, but thank you to people like MyNameisByf, who have done fantastic lore videos. Like that's how I learned about the Ahamkara and Oryx and all that, was through MyNameisByf. So thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and everyone else who deals with the lore in the community. But there's a lore button. Praise be. Praise be to Oryx, who we killed.
Sword god.
A sword god. Okay, but there is a lore button. Crucible is going to be 4v4s. Not sure if they're going to change up trials to be 4v4s or if it's still going to be the 3v3s.
I was talking to Laura a little bit about that, just maybe a few minutes ago, but I was thinking, I wonder if trials is going to be the game type they showcased, actually, or at least some variation thereof.
So you mean the countdown?
Yeah, that's what it was called, countdown.
So do you think you think trials might be changed into countdown?
Yeah, it looks very trialsy to me already. Revives don't happen automatically. You have to revive your guys. You have a set number of revives. And the important part, and the part that everybody complained about with trials, was map balance. They fixed that by having the teams rotate positions each round in countdown.
Oh, rotating each spawn?
Yeah.
Each round?
So you had the attacking and the defending. The teams would swap positions. So the defending team the next round was the attacking team.
Oh.
That seems like a really good solution to the map, so-called map problems.
So elimination was trials in Destiny 1, and you're thinking countdown might be the trials game type in Destiny 2.
I could see it happening pretty easily.
That could make sense. And then the game type itself is like a search and destroy, kind of where you have to activate the bomb or whatever.
I think that's probably the other reason that made me think of it, because I think competitive shooters and like that, and I think Counter-Strike, and that's search and destroy is Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Counter-Strike, COD, they all have that game type. Interesting. So that's cool. I hope you're right. I just hope you're right, because that does sound like their solution to the gripes with trials.
Yeah.
Because we were just playing trials earlier on Exodus Blue, and I hate the side that we got spawned on all the time.
Yeah, if the other team just camps their side, are oh gosh, what? I'm trying to remember what's the term? We spawned on A side a bunch, right?
Yeah.
And the other team, C side, if they stay there, they
well, if they stay in tunnel, they just have control. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess map balance is going to be another thing, but the I feel like the Crucible team has always been pretty good at map balance, and they've been working their butts off to try and make trials as fair as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the idea of the 4v4. I don't know if that's how trials will be, but I just kind of I like the 3, but then having 4, it's you could branch off into 2 groups.
Yeah,
so no one's ever alone.
In every single game mode. They haven't said for trials, but that would honestly be super cool if you ask me. Mm-hmm. And then with the new guided games thing, you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't have to LFG for a 4th person.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, no, that's super cool. I'm really excited for all this now. I wish I got to play it.
I know.
I want it now. So Crucible's getting major changes that we're looking forward to. One thing that kind of bummed me is that, and I know, Alex, this bummed you too, is that there are no dedicated servers.
No. And we'll see how that works with PC. I think the being a part of the battle.net stuff excites me in, I guess, that sense.
Yes. So at least they can throw down the banhammer pretty well.
Right.
We know how Blizzard doesn't like cheaters. So that'll help with that, but when it comes to the infrastructure, now they said it's not exactly P2P, peer-to-peer like it is now, but it's not dedicated, so I'm not really sure what kind of hybrid you have in between there, if such a thing exists.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that means, unless if it's no, I mean, that just doesn't make sense to call it a hybrid, I guess. You either have a dedicated server or you don't. So
it's still going to be P2P, but apparently they've, at least what I think, they've completely redone their network code. And again, I guess we'll just find out when the demo comes.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't have troubles. I know you,
yeah.
A few months ago when you guys couldn't join each other's fire teams being on the same network.
Yeah, I had to sit there and play with the DNS, had to disconnect, reconnect. I even tried dual routers. I tried hardlining. Nothing was working. And then somehow miraculously got fixed.
Was it the last major patch that they did that?
I want to say it was around then, so maybe during their server maintenance or their hot fix, something just got jostled in the right way or
be like,
whatever.
Oh yeah, no, we totally should let more than one person play on the same network. I'm
Yeah.
gonna flip that switch.
Flip that switch.
'Cause I'm sure that's how it works on our side, right? No.
That being said, I know from what I was seeing from a lot of people who were playing, the Crucible at the event, no trading. Like, I heard no one traded at all. At least from I heard from TrueVanguard, I heard from Mr. Fruit. Just watching their videos, didn't see any trades. So that makes me think like maybe the host thing is going to be different if there's going to be a host. I mean, there has to be a host.
I'm guessing they upped the. So I can't remember where I heard this, but like I remember hearing that the tick rate for Destiny was like really low. So like the rate at which everybody receives information from the host was really low.
Really?
And that's why you would see trades so often, because it was low enough where you could have enough time to actually kill each other before either of you knew you were dead.
Interesting. So you think they upped that rate?
If there's no trades, that's exactly what it is.
Perfect.
If you remember a little further back with Overwatch actually upped their tick rate at 1.2.
I do remember that.
Like it used to be 30 hertz, and then I think they upped it to actually 60.
To 60 hertz.
On their servers.
Yeah, because I've seen trading here and there, but that's like if someone snipes me and I shoot a Pharaoh rocket, the rocket reaches them afterward. But I've never had like a widow on widow trade before or something like that.
Yeah, I think with the Overwatch, the only things I noticed were like dying behind walls. That happened.
Yeah, that was annoying
early on.
That was annoying.
And with Destiny especially.
That happens a lot. So hopefully, I mean, we'll find this out when the beta comes out, when their infrastructure is ready to be rolled out, and we're hoping it's on Bungie Day 2017. To me, that seems like a perfect time to do it, but another cool time to do it, I think, would be, if like they have their little presentation at E3 and they say, "Hey, the beta's live now."
Yeah, I like personally, I like right now.
I want it right now.
Can I have it right now?
I want it right now. I want it as soon as possible. I mean, but either one of those dates, E3 or Bungie Day.
When's the game currently scheduled? Did they say
September 8th?
Okay, they actually gave like a date.
They gave a full date, September 8th.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it has to be kind of coming up then.
Yeah, I'm thinking if not June, then July, because then that gives them about a month or so to make their tweaks here and there. So another thing we picked up on earlier that you mentioned, Destiny 2 is coming to PC. It is going to be hosted on Battle.net. Which actually I think they rebranded it to just the Blizzard launcher.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's awesome. We finally get PC people in on the action.
Yes, and it's not on a really bad, well, I guess you'd call it launcher.
No. I'd say it's a solid launcher, especially like the Blizzard people. Like hearing that it's going to be on Blizzard just like made me super happy. Because Blizzard, they're constantly updating their stuff. They're really good about looking for cheaters. And their UI system, their friend system, like it's all crispy.
Yeah.
So super excited about that. And apparently we got tech specs, like not officially from Bungie, but we got estimated tech specs. And it seems like you don't have to be running it on a ridiculously high-end PC in order to play, which is cool. You can have, you don't need the GTX 1080. Like, you can be...
Use that if you want the 4K resolution, I guess.
Yeah, right? Which, just give me my 1080 and I'm good. But yeah, you'll be able to run it on almost any type of PC that has a dedicated graphics card, which is kind of cool. so everyone can play. One thing I'm hoping for, and this is... I don't know if this is actually going to happen or if it's just a pipe dream, but cross saves. I would really, really love console to PC cross saves.
I feel like it's a legal issue because all of, I guess, like even right now, all of our Guardians information is stored on
Bungie servers.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're not like overworking themselves and creating completely different interfaces for PC, Xbox, and PS4. I'm guessing they're pulling the data the same way. So why not let PC pull data that was originally played on PS4? That kind of thing.
I know it has. I think it has something to do with, depending on the platform, like you got to have certain rights from, not only Bungie but Sony or Microsoft or whatever. Just depending on the platform it's on. But the rumor was PS4 to PC cross saves. Which, I mean, I'm fine if it's, just PS4, because that's what I play on.
I'm guessing that's probably the hard one to get.
That would be the harder one, because Microsoft themselves are coming out. They already have their Play Anywhere thing, where if you buy a Microsoft game on PC or on Xbox One, you have a playable version on the other medium, and your saves go across there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can do that easily because they own an operating system and a game system. So those systems are actually integrated, with the Xbox app on the PC. I mean, I hope that's a thing. I really hope that's a thing, especially since the PC version is not coming out the same day as the console version of the game.
That was confirmed. I heard it was possibly delayed.
I heard it was a possibility, but then more and more stories happened, and it looks like it's more or less confirmed now that it's not coming out September 8th with the console game.
Mm-hmm.
The running the running time frame is holiday.
Okay, so Christmas-ish, you think?
Around Christmas-ish. That's just the rumor. But who knows? Maybe it does come out the same day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but if it does come out Christmas-ish, the cross-save would be a very convenient thing to have.
Yeah. Especially
especially for someone who's been playing on PS4 or Xbox, and hey, let me just move my Guardian on the PC.
Yeah, play there for a bit and get used to the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not asking for PS4 and Xbox to integrate. I'm asking for, PS4 and PC to integrate.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing I would be very against, is actually having, like, I think the communities should stay separate, I guess is the way I should say that. Don't have competitive, like, PvP and stuff with PC and PS4 and Xbox all in one.
Yeah, no, that I agree with. I mean, do it like Overwatch does.
Yeah, exactly.
And Overwatch kind of does that right now. Like you don't transfer characters, but if you have your accounts linked, you can get items on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. But I mean, the cross save thing would be a fantastic thing, especially because Bungie's partnered with Activision. Activision and Blizzard are one, so I don't think there should be any legal issues there.
No, yeah, not there at least.
I mean, so, oh well. But yeah, Destiny 2 coming to PC, unlocked frame rates.
Yep. Frame rate, resolution.
Yep, all that good stuff. I know on PS4 they said it's locked in at 30.
Yeah, which I'm a little bummed, honestly, but not terribly surprised if they're trying to go for the 4K resolution on this.
Especially on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, that doesn't really matter to me as much. Like, I mean, you know, I hear, oh, it's locked at 30 FPS, and I'm like, oh, darn it. But at the same time, I'm still getting the game no matter what. I'm still going to blow guys up. It's going to look beautiful.
Right. I just can't help but think, oh, it looks beautiful in 30 frames. It'd be like smooth as butter with 60.
It would be smooth as butter. Apparently, you know, Bungie the hardware can't support that. Like 4K and 60 frames.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I mean, I'd like to be able to switch between, you know, 1080 60 frames or 4K and 30. I'm not a 4K guy. Like, I don't have 4K anything. Yeah. I'm still running on a Gen 1 PS4, and everything looks pretty to me.
1080p is pretty nice looking. 4K, I'm sure, is really nice looking, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from what I've heard, friends and stuff who have, you know, 4K TV and a PS4 Pro, they're like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm a simple man. I like simple things, technologically speaking.
Lies.
Yes, that is a lie. That is a lie. I like my specs, but the game just looks beautiful. Like, I'm not splitting hairs between 30 and 60 frames.
Yeah, honestly, you were talking about this earlier too, but like, it's consistency that matters more to me.
Yeah.
If it looks beautiful at 30 frames a second and it stays there, awesome. But if you have to, like, if you made it so that you could do 60, but it goes from like 10 frames up to 60 up to 20,
yeah,
like, just that's the worst. That's the thing that bothers me most. Honestly.
I mean, the big thing is, as long as it's locked in at 30 frames and it's not going up, not going down, it's there.
Nice and steady.
Nice and steady, nice and smooth, looks good. Explosions look nice. I can hit people. I'm fine. I'm good.
I mean, you're a Titan. You know you're not going to be able to hit people.
Shut up. I'm going to blow them up.
Maybe they gave Titans longer arms.
They did. They actually did. It is confirmed the Striker actually has an ability that extends their melee range.
So their arms are down to their legs? No.
Not like that.
They're monkeys.
Not like that, but it was something on the Striker class that the more you do something, or I don't know, you get a hit on someone or something, the longer your melee range is. So I don't have tiny T-Rex arms anymore. I look like that when I punch. Yes. I'm just a little. Come here. All right. Well, I think that's about it. That's everything I care about.
Yeah, I mean, until they show us more.
Until they show us more. They did show us a strike, the new strike, which is super cool. There's a lot of content creators who got to play that. Check it out. I'll probably link some people in the video. Some content creators that I've seen, because the strike is just awesome. I'll link as many people as I can in the video who have good gameplay. Go watch them. It is fantastic. The new strike, the inverted mind, it was long. It looked very long, and the boss fight at the end, it was like you were on a three platform thing. Like, you started on the main floor and you fought the boss, you got him down low enough, and then the floor fell away, and then you fell down to the second area. And again, you got ads coming, you got to hit the boss, fall away, and then you have the final area, and you're stuck on this platform, and if you walk out off the platform, you start dying.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It looked like a lot of fun. So it's like, it almost kind of reminded me of a raid boss in a way. Like, so if a strike boss can remind you of a raid boss, I'm really excited for what kind of raids we can get going this time.
Oh, yes.
I want to see that new raid. Bungie, please!
Seems like in general, like from what I've heard and what I've seen, that bosses are going to be more of a challenge than they have been in Destiny.
Yeah, because in Destiny 1, especially Year 1, bullet sponges. Like, that's pretty much all the bosses were. Just a big guy, huge health bar, throw so many bullets at him.
And all of the cheeses.
And all of the cheese.
Yes.
Oh, pushing Atheon off. Pulling the network cable for Crota. I never did that, but...
That amused me to no end when I saw that was possible.
That people were actually doing it.
Like, oh gosh.
Desperate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't just kill the guy. You have to cheese him. I mean, granted, some cheese is fine cheese. Like, especially at the Shield Brothers strike, like where you can sit in that corner and the one guy just doesn't even know you're there. And the other guy, he'll try firing at you, but his bullets keep getting hit off the ceiling. Mm-hmm. That is some fine cheese right there.
That's
some
like
fine cheese.
That's like a nice Swiss.
But other cheese like that Crota cheese, that's just dumb.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
It's American cheese.
It's processed cheese. But yeah, I don't want bullet sponges. I want more mechanics. Mm-hmm. I want more fun, more memorable strikes. I mean, granted, year one strikes are memorable. Like it.
There's like a couple that were like really fun, and
I loved the Nexus.
I was gonna mention that myself.
That one was just super fun.
There's a lot of ways you can play that one.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like there wasn't really a way to cheese it. Like, I mean, sometimes you could stay up top.
I mean, I don't know if you want to call that cheese, because it wasn't like straight up easy either.
No, because you still have that Minotaur.
Exactly.
Well, you still have that Minotaur that would spawn up there and wreck your crap.
Yeah, so you had to be prepared for that in some way.
Yeah, and you'd run out of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
You would run out of ammo. There were no ammo drops, and you could only synth every so often. So, I mean, that was one of my favorite strikes. That was a really good one. Super quick and super awesome. Mm-hmm. And then I loved what they did when they revamped it. Like, they just made it a little longer, forced you down there. And
it felt a little like Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
Cleanse.
Oh, yeah, you had to cleanse.
That. Yeah.
Just good stuff. See, we're reminiscing about Destiny 1. Destiny 2 isn't even out yet. I can't talk anymore. All right, everyone. Well, those are what we know so far about Destiny 2. Those are our thoughts about it. Let us know how you feel in the comments, if you're pumped, if you're excited. And also let us know if you want us to do more of these, because I like doing them. They're fun. I like talking about video games. Stuff I enjoy, getting Laura to actually talk. Well, all right, everyone. For the Armory, I am Starkbond. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when we do the next one. And Destiny 2!